Hello, everybody, and welcome to what is the Emerald Collective presenting the Violet Madness. This is episode 9, and with me, as always, are these adventurers that have been running the gauntlet, as it were, of Galfond Illemis' tower. Last episode saw the party reach the 5th and final floor, the antechamber of this powerful wizard and good friend of Damon. However, the office room itself was completely overcome by this violet madness fungus. Thanks to Damon's preventative measures, they weren't in immediate threat of any renegade spores floating around the air, potentially infecting their lungs with the little kind of masks he made to protect from the spores. However, an even greater threat lurked within. A drow drider that was covered in this magical fungus attacked, but made reference to Aelfric. He was ordering Aelfric to come with him while the rest serve. What that meant? Probably left up to the imagination. However, he was met with heavy resistance as the party swiftly dispatched the Drider. Clearly no match for the party. Once the dust, or spores if you like, settled after the combat, Damon, well, everybody, bar Tyrion, heard a buzzing noise, and Damon immediately recognized the source of this buzzing to be a rather large spectral-like bee, which he knew to be a creature called Toby, who was Galfond Illemis' familiar. It hovered around Damon and then hovered over to the desk near this pale blue orb, a kind of magical sphere that Damon probably would have had a hand in helping Galfond create back in the day. It's like a hologram projector using illusion magics, and the faint glow of this orb meant that there was a message stored within. And that is pretty much where we drew the curtain down on last session. But before we draw said curtain back up again, let's go around the table and introduce everybody. Today, we are going to start with Dave.
Hey, hi, as I unmute myself. I'm Dave, GM for the Saffron Saga, Rebirth of the Graven King, and the Starless Twilight. Right here on the Emerald Collective, and I play Shadar Vikanith, Grave Domain Cleric of the Raven Queen. Shadar is a half-elf, and you'd place him at around 100 years of age if it weren't for the fact that he was magically aged by an undead creature in an old manor house a long time ago. A place called Mistmoor. Have you heard of it? Yeah. I'm looking over there. Shadar is actually only in his 30s and exists solely to destroy undead for the glory of the Raven Queen, my friend. Shadar has bright white hair and is typically dressed with battle in black leathers with a black chain shirt and his trusty mason wineskin, and yearns for the good old days when, if anyone sort of even seemed slightly heretical, or yes, they would be burnt at the stake. But unfortunately now we've due process and they've got right.
You sound like a doomer.
Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, but he's making his way in this brave new world, and he's learned to have like some pay. If patience were spell slots, he would have one a day, basically.
Yes, indeed. And I like how Shadar is always rocking around in his kind of black chainmail, black leathers, but nobody ever sees his Hello Kitty jocks.
I might one day.
Maybe. Yes, very good. Thank you, Dave.
They just have tiny little wine bottles on them and wine glasses. Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Next up, then, let's move on to Stephen. Let's hear a bit more about yourself and about your character.
Well, I'm Stephen, your Paladin pal over on the Emerald Collective Twitch and Discord. And this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you join us, I'm playing Sir Tyrion Shadowbane, the chosen right hand of Torm, the Vengeance Paladin, who was 27 years young. He is somewhere between Jaime Lannister and Shrek's Prince Charming, and is slightly frosted at the fact that Aelfric, inadvertently in a group effort, may or may not have taken 2 possible kills from him.
Sorry, my apologies to Tyrion.
Thank you, Stephen. And
Listen, you gotta share. You can't get all of them. It wasn't his sister or anything.
those are the important ones that Tyrion must have.
Yeah, he's trying to collect them all and he's going after mine next.
Yeah.
It's like Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your sisters away from Tyrion, but not for the reason you think.
On that, let's keep it going with let's jump over to Aelfric, our disintegrator, and as of late, refrigerator.
I prefer the term Reaper of Icy Devastation, but we can go with Refrigerator. But yes, hello everybody, I'm Matt. I'm playing Aelfric Naren, the half-elven mage. Bit of a scruffy manner about him. Sometimes looks a little bit lost in his own thoughts, but just as he was able to last time, able to unleash a hail of devastation when the situation calls for it, but also a little bit creeped out by everyone apparently knowing who he is now.
Yeah, you're becoming increasingly popular with the drow folk these days. Maybe we'll figure out what all that's about soon.
I hope so.
Thank you very much, Matt. And then let's move on to Ryan.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you probably know by now, and I am going to be playing Daemon Phileas Venust. Hello, my darlings. He is a red tiefling, and he is a badass, but also he's a bit of a charmer when he wants to be. And he's always accompanied by his good friend Rocket, who is a steel defender made by his very own hands. And he's just used a pistol for the first time, and it didn't go very well. He was very premature with his shooting.
Ooh, and you mentioned last time as well that he kind of just flung the pistol back and caught it with his tail. Now, if you hit someone with the pistol attached, if you hit someone with your tail with the pistol still on it, you're technically pistol whipping them.
Yes. Is there a function for that? Is that like a 1d6?
Let's fucking make one.
Yes. I mean, eventually I'm hoping to actually be able to use my tail as the firing trigger for it as well.
Yeah, let's we'll
You might need the gunner feat for that one, but once you get it.
Tail gunner. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
And anybody else just get the mental image of Waylon Smithers as a cowboy? Licorice.
I mean, me and Mark have worked on some previous things before, so maybe we'll have to look at something else in the future.
Why stop now?
Exactly.
Very good, thank you, Ryan. And last but not least, then we have our favorite Baird Ali.
Yay, that's me. Hey everyone, happy time zone. I am Ali Mar. You might know me from my romance books or from the Ladies of Lore. Today I play Mina Dumont. You know her, you love her, and you can thank her hopefully after this episode gone rasp on the virus currently wreaking havoc on my system. Lady Dumont is a widow from Aston who traveled after the death of her husband and is now an adventurer worth a little bit of something. She's a 50-year-old half-elf with tawny beige skin and long brown curly hair. She's got a happy attitude and a sunny smile with a pep in her step and sometimes a sharpness in her eyes. She is a College of Whispers bard and seems to vex the party as much as she inspires them. She wears white riding leathers, a blue top, and a sash. She has a drum on her hip and a rapier in a red scabbard on her side. But if you look closely enough, her shadows might seem to dance.
Very good. Thank you, Ali. And with everybody introduced and the recap done, let's bring that curtain up in the top floor of Galfond Illemis' tower, with the dangers now subsided, the familiar exposed, and that blue orb resting on the table. Tyrion is just kind of, I suppose, still reeling a little bit from the come down of the haste spell. Shadar, I think right about now your Spirit Guardian spell is kind of dying down. Aelfric, your fingertips still numb from the freezing temperatures of the transmuted scorching rays you fired off, and Mina, you're kind of at the far side of the room, just from where you were in the kind of when the combat subsided.
Yep.
A little bit away from kind of everybody else. But Damon,
I'll be walking towards them, but yeah.
You'll be walking toward you can be walking towards them. And Damon, you're right at the desk, and you see just again, underneath this kind of crust of fungus, this blue orb resting on Galfond's desk. Toby has now kind of like stopped circling it, and he's kind of perched on a part of the desk that somehow didn't manage to get any of the Violet Madness covered on it.
Okay. I'm going to ask Rocket, who would be with me, to just move all the shit off the top of it so that I don't have to touch the spores.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pick it up and activate it.
Okay, yeah, as Rocket kind of pulls away that kind of dry fungal matter, and it makes a rather unsatisfactory noise as he kind of peels it away, and as that kind of reveals the orb, you pick it up and you indeed activate it. And within, you all see, and Mina, you've kind of come close enough now that you can see also, that this almost like this dome kind of covers a maybe 20-25 kind of foot radius, and the room appears as it would have before it was affected by the Violet Madness. You can see within this dome what Galfond's chamber looked like, obviously before it got overcome with this fungus. And there, standing at the desk, you see Galfond himself. And no surprise to you, Damon, you've seen him before loads of times. He looks pretty much as he did the last time you saw him. For everyone else, the first time seeing him that wasn't in an oil painting, a magical oil painting at that, is that Galfond is this rather kind of like Aelfric, a little bit untidy looking, very kind of long grey and white beard, kind of braided at the very bottom, that's kind of falls down as far as his knees. He's unkempt hair, as you know, jewels and kind of gold rings kind of nestled into him, and he has a kind of a bit of a kind of pointed nose and very long elven ears. For an elf, he is quite old, definitely kind of nearing the kind of end of his life within the next century or so, which, you know, for an elf is still obviously old, but a little bit of time left. Damon, what's different about Galfond, other than his appearance, is his expression. Normally Galfond is rather kind of aloof and kind of maybe a bit carefree, a little too carefree, but you see a sincerity in his eyes, and perhaps maybe even a sense of urgency on his face, as he's kind of looking, you're kind of beside him, but he's looking out at the desk, kind of almost directly towards Shadar, who's kind of front and center to the desk. And as he looks at Shadar, you would notice that he's kind of looking past you, not at you, Shadar. But he begins to speak, kind of palms of his hands kind of firmly on the table, kind of leaning down on it slightly. And he says, Aelfric el Naren, I can only assume that you have survived the incident that occurred in Grendal mere days ago, and well, only you can bypass the intellectual maze that I have created within my tower, and well, I certainly hope that you receive this message. The occurrences, as I found out, that happened within the Grendal area was predetermined, but I was the target. They needed a man with high magical potency in order to spread the Violet Madness across the lands. Now, I don't know if it is coincidence or if it is fate that others' duties dragged me away from the place, and, well, you were unfortunate enough to find yourself in the theater when that occurred, but alas, it played out the way it played out. But now, I know, due to your magical aptitude, that you have survived the ordeal. In fact, anybody with any magical aptitude would survive the ordeal. So I hope there are some survivors within the theater after the occurrence. But there in itself lies the problem. Is the ritual incomplete? They are going to come looking for you. But I know that they will not find you until they discover your true nature. They will not find you by simply scrying on you using your name, as we both know is, well, we both know. I truly wish that I had gotten the chance to speak with you in person, but I believe my time is limited. They know where I am, and they are going to find me so that they can find you. If they are already on your trail, that means that perhaps on some levels they have gotten to me. But I have done my research. I have done studies on these people and what they are doing. And it should come as no surprise that this ritual they are performing, or have performed in the Grendel area, is that this disease that has swept the land is not of this world. They are bringing it in. From where? That I do not know, but where these people, the cult, that are trying to bring forth this disease to ravage the lands. I know where they are hiding, I know where they are based, and that is where they are going to come and take me and bring me to. Aelfric, I do not wish to impose such a burden upon you, but in order to stop this, in order to stop the violent madness, you must do one of two things. You must go back to Naren, where, of course, I know the threats to you there are far more sinister than a cult chasing after you, but should you wish to stay and try and save these lands, then I believe they are taking me to the Grinnell mines north of Berenthis. That is where they are, within the mines. That is where the base are, deep, deep down, further than the mine shafts will take. I believe they are in the Underdark down there. But my time is limited, and they are going to be coming for me. My spell around the top of my tower will not stop them. They have some powerful mages. And that's when you hear the sound of shattering glass. And you hear indistinct voices in the background. You definitely hear a deep voice call out,
Galfond, it is time you answer our questions.
and you see within that illusory sphere that 6 drow, one of them, this huge 8-foot tall burly man that Damon, you recognize as the person who knocked you out and stuffed you into the box back in the theater. And you also see this more sinister and slender one you met, Durden the Shadowblade, that you have already killed, grab Galfond, and the last thing Galfond says as he is dragged out the window is, "You must make your choice now, Aelfric. Go home and leave this land, or save it. Save this land. It falls on your shoulders." And that's when the illusion ends.
Yeah, so if Aelfric was kind of thrown off of his composure earlier when you saw the portrait of himself, now he's kind of completely cracked, and he's sort of, visibly kind of shaking, and he just is kind of mouthing to himself for a couple of seconds, and then he kind of looks around and says, "Well, just as Galfond said, he wouldn't impose on me. I shouldn't impose on any of you, but I'm going to find him at whatever cost."
If Galfond escaped, where would he go?
Didn't escape, that's what he's saying.
No, if Galfond escaped, where would he go?
I have no idea. Aelfric, it's my charge to bring you to him. And it's also my charge to look after him as he did me. I'll be with you, but I do have one question.
Of course.
Who are you really?
I suppose it's not much of an answer to say it's a long story. One that I'd be willing to tell, but perhaps in more comfortable circumstances than this.
I accept that.
And your help would be, well, more appreciated than I could possibly say. We're obviously dealing with very dangerous people here. But, Mina, do you seem to think that Galfond escaped then? It certainly doesn't look that way from his recording.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm almost certain of it.
Why?
Hold on, we might need to play some games here. That fight we had where they were trying to get you, and I ended up in the shadows with that one guy. I think it was the same place that we met El Fugante. I don't know, was it at the crossroads?
We were at the crossroads, yeah, and they kind of attacked under the cover of darkness kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. We never got a name for that shadow guy, right?
Durden the Shadowblade.
Durden, you said?
Yeah, because we used to say about Tyler Durden. We were taking the mickey out of it.
Okay, all right. So, at the crossroads, when we fought Durden, they were looking for you because they didn't have Galfond.
That is true. I couldn't help but notice in the recording that was made only days after Grendel. So who knows what could have happened in the intervening months.
I don't know if he's the type that would have sacrificed himself, or if he escaped and he's been in hiding, or if he's grievously wounded and can't help them. Or not that he would voluntarily help them, but they don't have him. Otherwise, they wouldn't need you.
It's a very astute point.
He was getting on in years. Perhaps he isn't as potent as he once was.
No, trust me. Up until him saying in that message that they were more powerful, there is no one more powerful in this land that I'm aware of.
I would like to also raise the point when I cast the scry spell, I would know if the recipient was dead.
That is true and encouraging.
I did not get that feeling.
So, once again, if he escaped, where do you think he would go? Would he leave a clue for you anywhere?
Don't know. Let me look. And I'm gonna search this room. I know him quite well, so I'd know like his hidey spots and stuff in general. I know he'd probably have some pocket dimension stuff that I'd never be able to get to kind of thing, but is there anything here that would give me any hints as to maybe his intentions or what he was gonna do?
That would be an investigation check.
Can I give him guidance on this, please?
Yes, because of all the fungal matter, I'm going to set the DC to 20.
I'd also like to give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
I'm also going to ask Rocket to assist me, as in he'll be clearing like the dry debris away so that I don't have to actually touch it myself.
Okay.
Okay, so investigation. So my flat roll was an 11.
Nice.
I'm going to whip my own ass with my own tail and give it a flash of genius, which would give me a +5 to that to make it 16, plus my D4 guidance, which is a 2. So what did I say it was? 16?
18.
17.
And then
And the bardic inspiration's a 10.
A D10,
Nice.
okay.
Come on.
Which is a 6, so that's a 23.
24.
No, because it was 11 plus 5.
16
Plus
plus
2.
2, 18 plus 6, 24.
Okay, 24.
Quick maths. Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah.
That's real. Go team there. Everyone smacks Damon's arse on that one.
Jerry just
believe
does, so
in
he doesn't
you.
feel left out.
Yeah. Did Mark say the Crinell mines or Brennel mines? Was it Crinell
Brunel
mines?
Mines, north
Crinell mine.
of Berenthas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
right next to Black Bone Marrow.
West of
Barrow.
Blackbone Marrow.
Yeah. That's interesting. It all seems to be in the same.
We've got
Like-
so many side quests.
Yeah, don't tell shit. Someone Shane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like we're in territory. Like,
Like, we're literally meant to be going almost as south as it is to deal with my sister, and now we got to go north.
Yeah.
It's
We still have
like-
to go back to the Ultron Bog to deal with the dragon and get the flower for fucking
Jesus, yeah. I
Dick
forgot about
Johnson.
that.
We're not getting that flower for that.
It was Dick
twat.
Johnson.
He fucking ruined my memories.
Yeah. So yeah, Jesus, there's lots to do then. Criminal Minds.
Burden Pass for.
Burden-
Y'all
Yeah.
haven't even unlocked my side quest yet.
Yeah, Jesus, Blackbone Barrow.
You had a baby.
Yeah, loads to do.
So, with that investigation check, what did we get, Ryan?
So the total was 24.
Nice. Okay. With the help of Rocket, you cleared the desk, and you. I suppose you would have noted in the illusion message that Galfond left, and this is only because you rolled the investigation check. It's not because I left it out. That you did see a map on the table between his two hands. Assuming it's still there, you clear away the stuff, and lo and behold, said map is still there. And indeed, the Crinell Mines is kind of circled, and I have the map open for you here on the screen. Oops, I made a mistake there. And indeed, the Crinell Mines is circled, and it doesn't give any hints as to where, like, just to answer Mina's question, where he would go if he managed to kind of get away. The only real kind of bulk of information you're able to kind of glean is that this area here in the Crinell Mountains is most likely where Galfond has determined that these people are going to take him. Whether or not he's actually there.
Yeah. Now, do I know exactly what they wanted from him?
No.
Okay. Good.
Is there anything magical about this map? Like a secondary layer, markings, invisible ink?
Make an Arcana check.
I might actually ask Aelfric. Aelfric, have a look at this for me. Just tell me if he's left any magicalness about this.
Of course.
I will assist if I can.
Apologies, I was trying to collect my thoughts a little.
Of course, and
yeah.
we will discuss things.
So is this one that Damon can help me on for an advantage?
I can, yeah.
29.
Oh,
At 20.
amazing.
That was really more for flavor. There is nothing magical about it. And
Okay.
You're
I'm
very
very
certain.
confident that there isn't.
Yeah.
But it was a good thought.
Did he have any strongholds anywhere? Any places he liked to frequent? Is there anywhere that would be better than anywhere else to rest and recover magic?
No, not as far as I'm aware. He generally,
This was the center of his power, I expect.
yeah, or he was in Grendel. Grendel was his preferred home, but this was his, per se, his official home.
So maybe they do have him in the mines and they just can't use him.
It's entirely possible that someone as powerful as him, knowing that he was being sought after, might have been able to place some defense on himself to prevent them from using him as they see fit, even if they had his person.
Maybe they want you, Aelfric, as leverage against him.
It's strange to me, Damon. I must say, I didn't think Galfond would even
I
know me in more than a passing note, but
don't think it's that.
Well, I guess there's only one way really to find out.
Is to go.
But one thing I will say is,
that's what I mean to do.
he obviously knows something about you, Aelfric, that maybe you don't know yourself. I will say he was very good at knowing things for the future.
He's already displayed a knowledge of me that I didn't think anybody else had, certainly not in this land. So,
The Naren thing?
indeed, yes.
No, is that a different country? Do I know that? Is that...
It's a different continent.
Oh, okay.
Mina, if you would like to make an intelligence... Yes, an intelligence check DC is going to be 20.
Would there be a Temple of the Raven Queen there?
I doubt it. But that's Mark's
No,
Mark's discretion.
That's all good.
21?
21.
Ooh.
You have heard of Naren twice in your life. Once was about an hour ago when you were on the third floor of Galfond Illemis' tower, and one of the clues was in the nation of the continent of Naren was mentioned in a scroll there. All you know about it from that is that it was an empire. It was ruled by a king. The second time, or should I say the first time you've ever heard about Naren, and I won't go into too much detail here, but would have been you would have heard it in passing from back during your studies when you were younger.
Oh, no fucking way!
But not in great detail though.
Oh, message me that.
And excuse me if I'm wrong here, Aelfric, but Naren, I'm assuming that means that you're Aelfric of Naren, as in from there.
That is correct. Something of a reminder to myself, to tell you the truth, rather than something I would expect anybody here to pick up on.
Well, like you said, we'll have this discussion in a better place. But,
Yes.
I do feel like
Galfond doesn't hold my past against me, so
yes,
I feel comfortable telling it to you. All of you.
That's for another occasion, as you said. What's the plan? Because
does your old friend Galfond, does your old friend Galfond have a cupboard full of stuff for the mage eye by any chance?
There may be some magical relics around. I can.
This is a good point.
We should probably raid the place.
Just on this topic, actually, Mark, something I was planning to ask before we left, regardless, was whether it's here or at the Great Library here. Aelfric would like to gather up as many spell books as he can to begin spending his free time learning some new stuff.
So you will have to go down to the second floor if you want to do that. But if there's anything else you guys want to do on the 5th floor,
I'm gonna have a look to see if there is anything of use to us. With the understanding that one, any items are only borrowed.
Of course.
And two, that I would make sure that everyone understood that this would probably be with his blessing if we're trying to save him.
Given the circumstances,
Yes.
I think he would approve.
Oh, has anyone checked the spiderish fellow here in case he had any orders or communications?
I was rather hesitant to.
I wanted to ask before, Mark, but I figured the answer is no. That's not a humanoid, right? That's a monstrosity? Or a beast?
which
The giant spider thing we killed?
monstrosity.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Your rib cages. Gross.
I'm not inclined to pick through that thing and all of its orifices, and anyone else feel free. You have my blessing. I'll even give you guidance.
If you want to search the body, Satyrian, I can help you.
Should I call it spiders?
I've no problem dissecting such a creature. So yeah, if Tyrion threw that question out there just because his investigation wouldn't be amazing, but if he's got help, he'll happily check the droider for any information.
Guidance, my friend.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I'll be helping if I can.
10.
Okay. Not much you're able to get from this thing. Much of the things that were on it are kind of frozen now, but two things you are able to get is a pink colored potion that was kind of stored on its person, and also several gemstones, some kind of opaque blue, black, brown. They were kind of nestled within a kind of web sack on it as well. So seven
We found
of
its
those
jewels.
gemstones.
So then, yeah,
Perfect.
and then I'm going to check the rest of the room then and the stores here to see if there's anything of use to us in the ongoing adventure of trying to get him back.
Donkey,
And we're
Oh.
in Pethlin right now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, yeah, Damon, if you'd like to roll another investigation check for looking around the room.
So that's a 16. And do you know what? Why not? He kind of sparks his own flash of, oh, actually, I think I checked this room instead. This would be better. This is probably where he'd hide it or store it. And I will bump that up to a 21.
Okay. You figure the most likely places for Galfond to store, the good stuff. And indeed, it is kind of within revealing a bit of a wall with a kind of slightly discolored rock or stone in it. You remove it, and within is like a steel coffer. It is locked with no key, however.
Okay, I'll take it out. Is there runic inscriptions? Is there a riddle? Is there anything basically noticeable on it to open it?
There is a kind of a mechanical means of opening it, but no runes or inscriptions. It seems to be a device that requires something like a key, but obviously some different kind of shaped object to be inserted into it. Now you can try and pick that if you'd like, but yeah, it doesn't come with the opening mechanism.
Can I check it first to see if it's trapped magically or mechanically?
Yeah, I'll take that same investigation, and it is indeed trapped. There, you can see within the workings of the kind of gears and cogwork that operate the mechanical opening device that upon opening this thing, it'll trigger some sort of mechanical trap within the coffer.
Okay. Shadar, I don't
Yes,
suppose you could offer me some of your blessings to try and unlock this?
Well, I tell you what, I can maybe give you what I like to call sometimes a double whammy. Oh shit, maybe I can't. I'll give you a single whammy, and it's coming at you, like the Raven Queen.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and disarm it first.
Okay, the DC for disarming the trap is 25.
Oh shit.
Is there anything I have?
You should have asked me.
Concentration. I'm just looking through my spell saves.
Not
Anything
too late.
I have?
It's too late now.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it concentration?
You want his guidance and not my inspiration.
have both.
That's
Mean,
fine.
my
You can have
dear.
us both.
Snarky inspiration.
You know I like it when I get both of you.
Fine.
Like the bath.
So,
You denied us the bath.
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe
Uh,
next time.
I don't see anything here that I have. Apart from Ray's dead, which we that might help.
We
later.
might need that later.
Yeah. Might need that after I fuck this up.
True seeing it any good to you?
No. Okay, so what do I roll for this then, Mark?
Thieves' tools.
Okay.
So you've got my 10. I don't think anyone can give you inspiration. And then Shadar gave you a 4.
It's pretty good.
So my standard roll.
Oh, fuck off!
Yeah.
What a beauty.
So
Get
my standard
out of
roll.
Roll that fucking guidance
Keep
as well,
going.
big man.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. You got it. Use it.
That was a nat 20 for everyone listening.
Actually, no, I'm going to keep the bardic to actually unlock it, because this was just to disarm it.
Okay.
True.
But the guidance... Yeah, I'll keep the guidance and that to unlock it. This was just
Okay,
to...
Shadar still concentrating on guidance.
For everybody listening, that was a nat 20 for a total of 33.
Outrageous.
Woo!
I have very good fingers.
So yeah, you disarm the mechanical trap around this coffer, but it is still locked.
Okay, now I'll try and unlock it.
DC was also going to be 25 for the lock.
Which is why I'm saving them extra bits.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. What's another not 20 now?
Oh, it was so close
It looked
on
like
my
it was
screen.
going to be as well, didn't it?
There's a 21, but that's not with the modifiers. It's a
5,
25.
and then just for the hell of it,
The Bardic. Yeah.
so 29.
29, wow.
You should have kept
Almost.
it. Who knows? You might have needed a save on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, would practiced precision, you disable the trap, and then you kind of fashion a suitable device out of the tools you have to kind of break the seal on this coffer, and yeah, it opens. And what you find within are a couple of things. Firstly, you see a wand, and it is made of elm wood.
Ooh.
It's decorated with 3 red hawk feathers, and it obviously seems like a magical object. And furthermore, within you see this vial, and it's you don't know obviously what it is. But you can see that it's like an orangey color. It has a kind of soft glow within the vial, and it looks kind of thick and sludgy. And it has a label, but it doesn't tell you what it is. It just says in very fancy calligraphy that this potion, it smells like fresh cake, but tastes like wet goblin.
Interesting.
Okay.
And secondly, or lastly then, should I say, is you find a 6-pack of potions of greater healing. And that is about it.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, the potion should be easy to split, at least.
Yes. I probably wouldn't be as adept at this as you would be, Aelfric. I don't know if you want to maybe tell us what these items are.
Most interested to try and identify them. Start with the wand, shall I?
Absolutely, yes.
That will take 10 minutes. Is there anything else anyone would like to do in the meantime?
Aelfric, it's probably a good idea for you to identify these items. Maybe not in here.
I quite agree.
We should probably exit before.
Somewhere with
master-
a few less spores.
Just a couple less.
We need to make sure this place stays locked down as well.
Yes, I was just pondering that. Aelfric, is it possible, perchance, that you have the innate ability to disintegrate? Can you disintegrate an entire town?
No.
I think that would be stretching, well, certainly my abilities.
If we all stood behind you saying we believe in you.
I'm sure the moral support would be,
That's not how
Power of
bardic
friendship.
inspiration. There's a magical component to it.
As much as he,
The smack in the
As with
butt.
guidance.
as much as he would understand what we are doing, and for him, I'm pretty sure Galfond would not be happy about his tower being destroyed.
You raise a good point, though. This infestation is only going to spread, and the town of Pethlin lies in its path.
Aelfric and Damon.
We do have the king in town at the moment.
Yes. Should I?
I think our best bet is to, well,
Banish the tower.
So, when I tried earlier to scry on Galfond, obviously I got his answer service or whatever arcane equivalent it was.
yes.
Do you think there's any merit in any of you two capable of casting the minor illusion spell or something similar? And the reason I ask is because, do you think I could scry upon an item of his rather than the person himself that he would definitely be carrying in an emergency?
Well, if you want to see an item particularly he was carrying, let us do the message again. And
Yeah,
I'll put my hand on the message and he'll come up at the desk again, I'm assuming. And we'll replay the message and I'll try and point out to you something that's very specific to him. Like a charm or, I don't know, like a scarf or something particularly that he wears.
Probably doomed to failure, but I mean, I feel this could be worth a try, you know.
I appreciate you doing this. I really do.
Happy to
Aelfric,
help.
You don't have any kind of sculpt stone spell types.
Sadly not.
Mm.
My education was a tad singular.
If we are to exit the way we came, I mentioned it earlier, do you think there would be any merit in casting the true seeing spell on someone on the way down? Just in the off chance that the magic allows them to spot something that would otherwise remain hidden.
I'm sure there are secrets in this tower that the naked eye can't pick up.
The spell gives the willing creature you touch the ability to see things as they actually are for the duration. The creature has true sight, notices secret hidden doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane all out to a range of 120 feet.
Well, truthfully, sure, I don't think anyone on this party has better eyes than you do.
Yes,
Right.
I second that.
Absolutely.
Well, then. I do so love looking into the ethereal plane.
Is it like looking into where all the souls are?
It's creepy. I like it.
Tyrion, were you
But, see.
saying something?
Well, I've just had the thought, as Shadar mentions, true seeing. We passed many defenses up to this level. Surely the Sphinx or Roblin and his since past companions would have been aware of Galfond's kidnapping, but none of them mentioned and all believed him to be prison.
No,
Mages are powerful enough to take Galfond. I'm sure they would have little trouble in wiping their memories or such to make it seem like he was here all along, not to raise suspicion. But it certainly wouldn't hurt to ask them on the way out.
I mean, the other thing is they were told to guard the lower floors. This floor in itself is actually locked off as such to the rest of the building.
Yes.
So if they was to attack directly here, which it looks like that was the case, they might not actually have known.
It's true, the defences have been bypassed entirely.
I wonder if we were to, on the way out, talk to the Sphinx again, perhaps their control over time, they could trap the entire tower from the second or the Sphinx third floor upwards in a time warp and prevent the spread by completely
That is
pausing.
an excellent idea.
Should we be able to wake them again? But definitely worth a try.
The Sphinx
They seemed quite asphyxiated on Aelfric. I'm sure he could
Hopefully.
swoon.
Looked
It's
rather
just a
sleepy
creature.
to me as we left, but I do know those things can sleep for hundreds of years, but certainly worth a try, my friend.
Well, it's the best if we can't disintegrate or banish the tower. We can't. We certainly can't cause panic in Pethlin. This is all the dukes are here currently.
Yes. Trying to think of anything else I can do here, but
I am quite ready to take my leave.
yes. What's the plan anyway? Back to the inn, spend the night there, and recharge, recuperate.
I think, well, I was sent here by the king. I think I ought to report to him our findings here, as depressing as they may be. He needs to know, especially if madness has taken root in the middle of Pethlin. People may need to be evacuated.
Yes.
In spite of the panic that may cause, better than ending up infected.
Might I suggest that if we do indeed manage to convince the Sphinx to basically lock this place in a stasis of some sort, might not be best to tell them what's happened to Galfond?
Well, certainly, if we're able to. That's a good point.
Do we? Damon, are you aware of Galfond's current relationship with the king? Is it of good standing? Are they would this be if they were to know his true situation, would they be pleased, disappointed, worried?
I think they would be worried, but not in a way that we would hope. There's a large worry in knowing that potentially the most powerful mage, or most powerful person they've ever known, has actually been taken by someone quite dastardly and evil.
Galfond knew the nature of the people that were hunting him, and he didn't alert the authorities. He sought other means to alleviate his situation. We have to assume that he made the right decision.
I think their worry wouldn't be so much for his well-being, so much as for his immediate departure, so that he can't be used against them.
I truly feel that the information we currently hold would give the king a nervous breakdown. If we were to go and meet with him, parley, we inform him that the most powerful sorcerer of the current age has been kidnapped and brought to the Underdark. There is a dragon on the outskirts of his current sanctuary. There is a Death Knight in the other direction. Slightly beyond the Death Knight, there is the most evil hag known by the lands, and there is a fiend bursting rebellion to the southeast. Just to name the most.
I'm not terribly familiar with the politics of this land, but does this fellow actually do anything?
I would be intimately familiar with the politics, wouldn't I, Mark?
Correct, you would.
Is this the usual standard of governance?
So then, would I know that? Because I think I've met the king, right? Definitely know the Duke well.
You know the Duke. I don't believe you've met the king.
Okay.
Well, I worked for the Duke, didn't I? So.
Different Dukes.
Oh yeah.
What would the Duke have said about the king? What do I know?
He's a fucking asshole.
No, I genuinely was working my way up, we'll say.
The king would be widely described as, a very firm but fair ruler of Castonia.
No, but like the truth.
No, that would be, his, I suppose, the only kind of controversial topic surrounding the Castonian Empire would have been the annexation of Ampersand Isle that has just been recently liberated, and that caused an awful lot of friction between the two countries.
Okay.
Well, I suppose there's always going to be the odd dragon lurking around.
Yes. Shall we get out of here then? Maybe.
Yes.
And I think when we break bread for dinner, we should discuss the order of operations.
Yes, I would like to
list our enemies in order of.
Well, I actually wanted to talk about that, Saturn. I do believe we need to move that Death Knight up a few places on the list there, my friend.
We would have to pass him for at least two of our current. Two current.
No, you don't have to pass anything. Just move. Just bump.
No, I mean we legitimately would have to walk past the Death Knight to get to.
All I'm saying is just let's not forget about it.
Berenthos houses a orcish paladin who has forsaken his oath and succumbed to the madness. Different madness to the violet one, the unholy.
Okay, let's talk to the Sphinx, and then let's write this down, pull out a map, figure it out.
Yes.
I'll throw in my true seeing. So Shadar will cast True Seeing, and he will utilize all of his. Let me just click it there. Boop. and I'll knock the spell slot off. And he will use all of his perceptiveness to see if he can see anything strange or wonderful as they walk all the way down.
Okay. As you walk all of the way down.
Well, yeah. I think they want to stop.
Stopping by
we
this
need
Sphinx
to-
room, of course, to
Quick check-in with Roblin and then Sphinx.
Roblin actually has come to, and he's rather groggy. And he says, "Well, I say the effects of the anesthesia that you've concocted for me is, well, beginning to wear off. I'm feeling quite a bit of a tinge on my..." He looks down at his left leg. Oh dear.
if it's any consolation, it was absolutely necessary.
Oh no! I believe this is what I signed up for. So,
In my experience, when people lose a limb, there is a side effect which can happen known as phantom limb pain. And if you feel your toes on your now missing foot curl up and causes pain, what you need to do is you place a mirror alongside your remaining leg and look at the reflection as you uncurl your toes, and it is meant to relieve an immense amount of pain.
well, that is
It is quite effective.
Until you can have it grown back by a cleric. Fine of
that is
surgery.
quite helpful advice. I shall do so. But for now, I think perhaps did you find Galfond?
Not
I'm
quite.
afraid there's more bad news on that count, Robert.
Well,
But this
perhaps
will
maybe
have to be kept.
We
by
have a
yourself.
lead.
Perhaps maybe if he's not in this tower anymore, perhaps maybe we should have this conversation over a stiff drink, huh?
Yes, but it
Heinous.
stays with us.
Do we know that he's completely clear?
We're gonna need a vial of his blood and
Of
some
course, yes.
red hot copper
Yes, me
wire.
assuming that I've been completely cured of this.
We
illness, I
can't
suppose.
rule it out.
No, it'd be rather reckless of me to leave this place until we're in the clear, eh?
Can
We
I
have an
test
important
it?
question to ask you on that count, Robert, as it happens.
Please, I'm in your
Is,
debt.
is there any way to seal the upper floors of the tower again?
No. I'm afraid not. Well,
What-
we can seal this again, but it appears the violent madness is seeping its way through its hinges.
It might slow it down a little at
Oh,
least.
of course, yes. We can reseal this hatch and hope for the best after that, I presume.
Indeed.
I will say, I wouldn't worry too much about the leg. We don't all have what we started with, and he'll just clink, clink, clink against his leg, against Damon's leg.
Oh, quite the contraption you have there. Perhaps maybe in time I'll be able to acquiesce to myself a replacement limb.
Absolutely, and I will say that once we get Galfond back, he'll be able to help you, as he helped me, I'm sure.
Yes, for now, a little crutch will do. I can fashion one from one of the remains of these
Actually,
easels.
Damon's given me an idea there. I reach out to Robert and I'll say this can only last for a day, I'm afraid, but it might help you get around for now. And can I cast Creation to try and give him a leg similar to Damon's,
Nice.
albeit
Yeah.
a temporary one?
You and again, some of the materials used up for it is just gonna be some of those like remaining sticks used to burn the fire in the corner of the room. You managed to create a wooden leg for Robertlin, and that kind of just attaches to his limb. Oh well. I
It'll
won't-
only last a day, I'm afraid. I'm not quite
Oh no,
of
no.
Galfond's
It'll
level
certainly
of
do for
excellence.
now. I won't be running any marathons anytime soon, I tell you that. But I'll be. It'll help me get around.
And now you're like the dread pirate Robert.
I've read a couple of books down the library on that. Yes, very, very good, sir. I shall keep an eye on the hatch here if you need to leave, and
Okay.
if it gets past this floor, I hope you don't mind reaching out to one of you to come and
Of
at
course.
least alert you to it.
Do you have the ability to reach out from a distance? Or
The sending spell.
Excellent.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, upon hearing that, Robert, you most definitely need a stiff drink after your condition. And Tyrion will pull from his bag the fancy-ish whiskey.
Not giving him a Greggin's ale.
And, no.
He said stiff drink, so it's got to be liquor.
Yeah. So the fancy-ish whiskey and, 3 pieces of pocket bacon. That's half of what his supply is. 3 pieces of pocket.
Well, that's terribly kind of you. And he's already kind of taken a swig straight from the bottle. Ugh. That's
Good stuff. Dwarven.
Dampen the pain a small bit.
You should leave the bottle with him.
I am. I've given
Mark, with my alchemist stuff, would I be able to take some of his blood and
Absolutely,
see
yeah.
if it's infected?
No need to make a roll for that. You won't be able to test to see if it's infected right here, right now, but you can take a sample, no problem.
Okay, so I'll take a sample and I might spend some time later trying to work that out.
The last thing was that, excuse me, we were chatting there earlier, and we're going to rewatch Galfond's message, and we're going to try and focus on something that he's wearing, and try and scry on that instead of trying to scry on Galfond.
Very good.
Excuse me, Mark. Just on that topic, is there any way that I could transcribe the message from Galfond as we rewatch the recording? If you don't have it written down, don't worry. It's just if you had like a text version of it, if you'd be able to send it.
I don't have it written down. I have bullet points that I ad-libbed.
Oh, okay,
what I'll do is I'll cut the recording from this when we're finished, and I'll send it on to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
I will also be throwing up the video if that's any use.
Oh yeah, cool. Just do it that way.
Whatever works.
So
I'll do that when we get out of here, the scry.
Okay. Cool.
Because I also have to concentrate on that, and I'm concentrating on truth saying at the moment, just to see if there's anything fancy or any compartments or things that are hidden by magic.
Very good.
Don't forget as well, Aelfric, to grab any text from the library downstairs if you need to transcribe stuff.
Absolutely.
As you pass down through Aelfric, can I ask you to roll a D10?
Yes, absolutely. A 7.
That's a good roll. 7's good. Let me see here. No, this one. You managed to find a couple of spell books just kind of as you're passing down that kind of catch your eye. You find 2 level 1 spell books, 2 level 2 spell books, 2 level 3 spell books, and a level 4 spellbook.
Excellent.
So if you want to take these down, you find a spellbook of Bane,
Okay.
a spellbook of Locate Plants or Animals,
Mm-hmm.
a spellbook of Animate Dead,
Okay.
a spellbook of Banishment,
Whoa.
Okay.
a spellbook of Phantasmal Force.
Nice.
You also find a spellbook of Hellish Rebuke.
Oh.
Cool.
You've seen that one in action.
Indeed.
And you find a spellbook of Lightning Bolt.
Excellent.
Now you will need to transcribe those.
Of course, yeah.
Or you can use them single use, but that destroys the book.
Yeah. I'm planning to kind of, in his free time, downtime, etc., just
Alfred's on the hunt for money now.
make
there
his
will
way
be
through it.
50
He's
gold
got a
pieces.
bit of cash,
There'll
luckily.
be 50 gold pieces to transcribe, but 25 gold pieces if they're evocation.
Did I
Cool.
miss what the 4th level one was?
Banishment.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
Which I actually have
beyond.
banishment already.
Same here.
You can sell the book,
Yeah.
or give it to someone else to use once.
Take this and fuck off. Oh,
I
shit, I
can get that eventually.
So yeah, coming down through the tower, then you don't see anything, Shadar, that looks like it is on another plane of existence or anything that's you see stuff that would be typical magically, but nothing that kind of perceives through different planes.
And it did also notice the secret doors hidden by magic.
No secret doors, except for
compartments. Yeah, okay.
Except for the first floor with the illusory stairs, but that trap has been disarmed.
Cool.
But
we had planned to parlay with the Sphinx.
You may do so.
Aelfric, should I open proceedings and attempt?
I'll give it a go. We got on fairly well last time.
Indeed, you did.
So is the Sphinx awake or asleep at the moment?
No, she's awake, and as you kind of pass by, she kind of looks up and says, "Did you find Galfond?"
Bad news on that count. I'm afraid he is absent. But he has left us with a task to complete in his stead. There is something of a problem up there, though. Are you familiar with the Violet Madness? Are you aware of that?
I know. Yes.
There's something very nasty and unpleasant on the top floor. The top 2 floors, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything in your power to keep it there?
I may be able to slow down its process, but not indefinitely.
We would much appreciate that if you could make every effort to do that, but it may even be of danger to you.
Well, it sounds like it is in my best interests, then.
Yes, but what I mean to say is don't expend yourself trying to hold it back. If it gets too much, you'd be best off leaving.
Mm-hmm. Very well. But does your new task involve finding Galfond, at the very least?
It does.
Well, that is refreshing to hear. Very well. I will do what I can.
You are helping a great many people in doing so, and it's very much appreciated. And we hope to have Galfond back, well, as soon as possible.
Very well. Well then, make haste, young wizard.
I'll do everything that I can.
And with that, I suppose you kind of head down, and I suppose the second floor then is where you would have picked up all those books, and down to the first floor / lobby, where
there's probably a quick conversation Shadar and I have, like, as we're coming down the stairs, which is more, oh, were those bodies intact from the ones that were taken by the Violet Madness? I wonder, you can speak with the dead. I think it was worth asking them questions.
I could certainly try and speak
I suppose
with the dead if you wish.
I suppose they wouldn't know anything if the one that's alive doesn't know anything.
Possibly, yes. I mean, can't imagine. Maybe. It's hard to know that their role before they were changed and so on and so forth, but I mean, I can certainly try if you got a list of questions or anything pertinent you would wish me to ask.
No, it would just be whether or not they heard or saw anything, but I guess they didn't.
Yes.
Have you spoken with the dead that's been afflicted by the madness before?
No. I've spoken with the dead many times. Some of the best conversations I've ever had.
Would it be the same without the mental facilities?
Hard to know. I mean, there's only one way to find out.
I suppose. Do you want to walk back in? Or?
No. I mean, maybe try it another time.
Yeah.
Getting rather paranoid. This stuff has gotten into my lungs, you know?
Yeah. Okay. No. Next time. I didn't think about it till we were already leaving.
Yes. I think a nice plate of bangers and mash and some wonderful good
wine.
Silky red wine, I think. Or some chilled white, whatever they have.
Ah, chilled white. And then I need to look at a map.
Right.
It's just...
Tyrion has one.
And just like that, as you kind of open, again, the large kind of front door to Galfond's tower, daylight peels in once again, and you breathe fresh air for the first time in a couple of hours. And there, standing at the door, one of the guard looks at you, kind of with I suppose, a look of wonderment on his face.
At ease.
Wow, you are gone quite some time, much longer than the others. Well, do tell how fared you?
My friend, I'm afraid that the secrets within the tower only ought to be revealed to those who have passed the tests.
Of course, this is not for me to say. I presume you made it to the top floor.
Safe to say things are in hand.
It is, of course, not my concern. This is I need to bring you to the palace to speak to court about this. You've all come out with your minds intact. You must have done well for yourselves.
There is no way I'm going to the palace looking like this. We will refresh ourselves, and then we'd be happy to join you.
Oh, we do it.
No. We will make our own way to the palace at our own volition. What your new
orders
are is to defend this door at all costs. Nothing is to enter or leave.
Should I be prepared or worried for something?
No one else need enter this tower unless it be one of us.
Be worried about the tap of the shoulder for the Raven Queen should you not fulfill your orders.
I would have to confer with one of my superiors.
We shall, when we get to the palace, we shall confer with the king and the dukes, and orders will be confirmed by them. Until that time, you and your comrades must defend this position in case of any.
With all due respect to your integrity, sir, our orders to investigate the tower were delivered in
of course,
a surreptitious manner. I feel we should make our report similarly discreetly. We wouldn't want to start any untoward rumors.
Of course, Mr. Naren. Very well then, I will do as you ask.
Good man.
No, we sense no imminent danger if none enter, and ignore any knocking you may hear.
You saw what happened to your friends in there. Didn't do them much good.
Very well. And the guard will keep his post there. And I suppose, so back to the inn, I suppose, for now? As you, all walk off.
I think so.
As you all walk from the...
Like together?
Tower.
Did we do that? Are we there yet?
You're not at the inn yet?
Whole team.
No.
It's all of
No, I
us,
was joking.
Oh, sorry. As you walk away from Galfond's tower through the Pethlin Gardens, again, still brimming with people and kind of nobles kind of lounging around and chit-chatting as you kind of walk your way through. Mina, you hear something familiar. Something you haven't heard in quite some time. And at first it almost feels like a memory. But then you do notice that the melody you hear is actually real. You see from across the fountain, perched on a branch, is a sapphire-colored songbird.
All the way over here.
All the way over here. And it is perched on a branch. It seems to be tweeting a very familiar melody. And that is where we are going to leave it for today.
Huh.
Okay. Wow.
Intriguing. Those are
Mark.
Summer songbirds.
Thank you all for once again for playing, and as always, thanks everyone for listening. It's been a hoot so far. Lots of plot thickening and the likes. So we will find out next time what the party's plan is. One of the many quests.
Indeed, we will.
Can't wait.
I want to play more now.
Yeah.
And thank you to you, Mark, for distracting away from my storyline.
Gotta find the balance.
Yeah.
Still loads to do, but the looks of it.
There's so much to do.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be helpful both for us and for the listeners to like sit down and put it all in one spot.
Mark, thanks everyone.
Thanks very much,
everyone.
Everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Be seeing you.